I feel like this is very professional. Like, I want to, like, talk in a radio voice. You're now listening to Ryerson Journalism. I don't know. I just really love this mic. Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
All right, welcome to Pop In for Pop Culture. I'm Tanya Cruz.
And I'm MacDonald. And hey, someone popped in for Pop In for Pop Culture.
Ooh, someone is actually here with us right now.
Right beside me, and he has great curly hair.
Hi.
His name is Varun Saranga, and he is from CBC's The Best Laid Plans.
Look
Thank
at that.
you for joining us.
Glad to be here.
I'm glad
It's
you're
amazing.
here too. Varun, I'm going to give you a little bio so you can tell who he is. He pursued acting. He started on YTV.
YTV.
And I'm kind of excited about this because I was telling Tanya earlier that I am kind of geeking out. That was like my 90s thing. I was absolutely obsessed with YTV. I sent them letters. I don't know if they actually fan mail, straight up fan mail. Yeah, absolutely. Yep. And I don't know if it ever actually got sent out. I feel like my mother kept the letters. So
she's gonna bring it out one day. I feel like it's in a box somewhere. She's gonna be like, "Remember Hillary?" It's gonna happen.
So Varun's we're gonna do an interview with him a little bit later, but we gotta get into what's popping in the news, all right? And also, we're on a roll, Tanya. This is our second episode.
Yep, it is our second episode.
Also, guess who's on a roll? Justin Bieber. He is on a roll, but downhill. Let me tell you what went down last night. Justin Bieber turned himself into Toronto Police Services at 52 Division, right by campus, like 3 blocks away,
Very close.
west,
Yep.
right. University in Dundas at around 7:30 last night because of a connection to an alleged assault involving a limousine driver back in December 29th. The night before, he was at the Leafs game, and then the night after, he ended up going to a club, they said, around Peter Street. We're thinking it might have been the Mansion Loft nightclub.
Trice was also very nearby. Not confirmed, of course, but we're just...
Yeah, and so
the
statement came out yesterday, and basically they're saying that there's an altercation between the driver and a passenger. We don't know if it's Bieber for sure at this point because there were 6 people in that limousine. And basically what happened is that someone had hit the driver on the back of the head multiple times, and then that person evacuated the vehicle. So we don't know for sure what's going on, but we know that Justin Bieber has been allegedly charged with assault. And the funniest thing about this, Tanya, absolutely ridiculous, and it just shows how, like, social media never stops. Justin Bieber's music video came out last night, Confident, and he was pretty confident in sharing it with everyone on Instagram. Basically, he put out a video while we think that he was still in the police station, because we know how Instagram works, right? You record a video. Now, he could have done the recording of the video a bit earlier, and now he just had to post it while he was still at the police station. But we don't know if it was actually him that pressed the button to send it out. But it's pretty hilarious to think that he might be at the police station, you know, getting charged for assault, and he's like, "Oh wait, I need to promote my new music video." Absolutely ridiculous. But I mean,
insanity
it's the Biebs.
just does not stop. I mean, it doesn't even stop there. It's insane. Like, back in the U.S., people started a petition on We the People, which is a petitioning system in the White House website. Now, people created this petition asking Justin Bieber be deported out of the United States. And now this petition, which I predict started out as a joke, pretty much, has over 100,000 signatures. Okay? 100,000 signatures. So now the White House is forced to consider this petition.
Like, do we even want him to come back to Canada?
I don't know if I want him at all.
Varun, you're from Toronto, born and raised. Like, how do you feel about Justin Bieber? I mean, he's not exactly from Toronto, but he represents a good portion of
Ontario,
the
province.
and Canada, not to mention Rob Ford. Like, how do you feel about all this, like, fiasco that's going on in your home city?
I don't know. I feel kind of bad because I feel like we created him in a way. Did you ever see The Wolf of Wall Street? He might be that guy. You know, he just has a ridiculous amount of money. He has no idea what to do with it, and he knows he can't get in trouble, so... He's
so
kind
true.
of a god, maybe,
and
in a way.
And he's 19.
Kind of the Antichrist and the god, maybe.
I know. Oh, God.
Tanya had a little feeling about him coming back to Canada.
I did have a little feeling. This was my feeling. I feel like he needs to start from the bottom again. Like, literally
Are you talking about Drake? I thought we were talking about Bieber.
Or, you know what? Maybe we're talking about both. I don't know.
Maybe both. Maybe.
There's like a cross section here.
Oh my gosh, imagine if they did something together. Absolutely no.
They hosted the Geminis or something. Like they were on the Gemini stage at some
They
point.
had like a bromance at one point. Do you remember that? Like
Maybe not
they had this thing going down.
I'm just really glad that's over with.
Anyways, I think Bieber needs to start from the bottom, go back to Stratford, live with his grandparents on a little twin-sized bed of his, and literally, go back to his roots. I don't think people will accept him with open arms. Hell to the no. Okay? Like, no.
At least Tanya won't.
Yeah, at least I won't. All right. So now, coming up this weekend is the Super Bowl.
Super Bowl! Sorry. I feel like every time you just kind of have to say that.
Yeah.
And I hold like
Thank
a
you,
hot dog
Hillary.
in my hand or something and like chili in the other. And then I put the chili on. Sorry,
And the nachos
continue.
and the guac. Okay. Super Bowl this weekend. And Super Bowl, there's football. But there's commercials, like $1 million commercials.
Dollar bills.
And one of them is banned already, and it hasn't even happened yet. Okay, so Scarlett Johansson's commercial for a new product called SodaStream is temporarily banned until they take out one little, maybe a big line.
Sorry, Coke and Pepsi.
Oh yeah, she done it. SodaStream.
Yeah, it's kind of a big deal because Pepsi is hosting the halftime show. Did no one get that memo? Or are they just hating on the product and they don't really care? I kind of have a bit of a conspiracy theory. Basically because now the commercial is going viral because of this line in it, right? So already we have millions of viewers looking at this commercial. Then they have to understand, SodaStream, it looks delicious. At least I think so. As a major fan of fruity flavored pops, I am. This is a good marketing scheme. Whether they planned that or not, I'm not sure. But if they did, someone was smart about it.
But we'll see what happens to the commercial, and you'll see more commercials during the Super Bowl this Sunday. Seattle Hawks versus the Denver Broncos.
And I'm going to eat all the nachos that night, and I'm really excited about it. I honestly think 100% I just watched the Super Bowl just to eat. But hey, what the heck,
Just
yeah?
eat food.
And
Exactly.
nachos reminds me of chili, which reminds me that the Red Hot Chili Peppers will be performing at the halftime show along with Bruno Mars. So tune in to the Super Bowl on Sunday at 6:30. Or hey, if you don't really want to watch the game, you can just hop in at 8:30, catch the halftime show. It should be a good one.
It should be.
Can I just say that was an amazing segue?
Thank you.
That was impressive.
So we have Varun here in the studio. He's already been popping into the discussion. But just to remind you guys, he is on the new CBC show, Best Laid Plans. And he also has his own YouTube channel where he does comedy sketches for Three Shade Productions.
Welcome.
Hi.
Now is your time to shine, Varun.
Wow, okay. This is my golden opportunity.
This is your moment. Okay, so tell us a bit about the show, Best Laid Plans.
The Best Laid Plans. It is about a political speechwriter who wants out of the game. He's grown tired of all the cynicism and backroom politics that go on in Parliament Hill. So he tries to leave, but they force him back in, saying you need to have a riding for a candidate that has no hope of winning. So in his desperation, he signs his roommate, his name is Angus McClintock, to run for the ballot on the condition that he loses. But, things seem to go the opposite way as the series progresses.
All right, so Varun, you have a degree in political science.
I do.
But you're an actor. So I'm just wondering here, why did you get into acting? You just graduated, no?
Actors can have degrees in
You know what? I know
Actors
that
can
for
be
sure.
smart,
But
you know?
absolutely.
Actors can be smart. Actors can be well-rounded people. I never knew.
But you freshly graduated
Yes.
and you're doing acting as well. So
Yeah.
why did you decide to keep going with acting even after you graduated from your political science degree?
Well, the thing about this degree was my parents were a big advocate of having something to fall back on. So, I don't know, the only thing that really appealed to me was politics. It was a fun program, but always in my spare time I was studying film, doing films, working with Three Shade, working with my brother and acting, so I was trying to do both at the same time.
So can you tell us a little bit about the character you play on the show?
Yeah, so the political speechwriter, who's named Daniel Addison, he ends up getting a job at U of O, University of Ottawa, and we're one of two students in his class. We're called Pete 1 and Pete 2. We're these like stoner like kind of.
You know what it reminds me of? Like Thing 1 and Thing 2 from like the Dr. Seuss books.
We're kind of Thing 1 and Thing 2. We're basically these like stoner like kind of enthused teenagers who are just kind of oddballs really, and we want to help with the campaign. We want to bring our youth to it, and we're trying everything in our power. We create a viral video based on the song by Trooper called Raise a Little Hell. And
we saw that.
Oh yeah,
we saw it.
It was really fun to do because it was like a whole day in Ottawa, like on the campus. We got a bunch of students, and we just started dressing up all crazy and going nuts. I never knew Trooper before that moment, but gotta say I love him.
We noticed like you're like such a fun, quirky guy. Like even the characters you play, like they're like the funny,
generally nerdy, but yeah.
Yeah, like they're nerdy.
I don't know if I would call P2 nerdy.
No,
though.
maybe he's not. Maybe this is my breakout role from the nerd.
I think this is your chance.
This is my. I'm getting leading man parts. Ryan Reynolds, watch out.
Well, you had like a killer bandana on for like a lot of the scenes.
I do,
right?
yeah. I advocated for that. I fought for that. I was
that.
like, I need a bandana. Like I just.
And it happened. See, step by step, you're making your way around.
I know,
got it.
right? But like, yeah, you usually tend to play like, you know, these funny characters, right? And do you plan to kind of stay within that, or do you plan to do maybe some more serious kind of characters?
Yeah, I guess pretty much all my roles have always been comedically inclined. But I guess that's just because that's who I am, and that's what I'm trying to do. Like, I want to do comedy. I want to make comedic films, and yeah, like drama would be amazing to do. But I don't know. I love the idea of making people laugh and making them happy. That feels like the best job in the world, kind of thing.
So, like, real talk. Maybe your parents should be listening right now. But do you think you'll use your political science degree at all?
You know what? Maybe. Like, in terms of, like...
Well, seriously, Hillary's like, let's cut the crap. Like,
you never know. Like, for, like, if I want to do, like, a documentary, which was my hope one day, sure, I could use that. But... I don't know. I feel like learning is just a beautiful thing, and I don't regret it at all. I mean, $15,000 I kind of regret, but I don't regret, like, the learning and the journey I went on.
well, do you have any, like, plans coming up? Like, any future plans, roles?
Yeah, we are launching our channel again for 3 Shade, which is
YouTube channel.
Our YouTube channel, sorry, and it's going to happen in a couple months in April. We're going to start pushing out videos weekly, and hopefully we get the ball rolling on that again. And also, tune in this Monday for the last episode of The Best Laid Plans.
Ooh, look at that.
Series finale.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah, so 3 Shade Productions, Varun Saranga from CBC's The Best Laid Plans.
Ooh, thanks for coming on.
Yeah.
So, here's what's popping in for the Ryersonian, if you want to check that out. So our fashion students here at Ryerson are going to Tokyo for a design competition. We have reporter Lena Latifat going into that, so she'll keep you posted on that story.
That doesn't sound too shabby to me. How do I hop on that train?
I just want to go to Tokyo.
I kind of want to go to Tokyo. All right, well, thank you so much for popping in for Pop Culture.
We'll see you next week for our 3rd episode. I'm Tanya Cruz.
And I'm Hillary MacDonald.